Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your premier source for Second Amendment news. We got two big updates coming at you right now. I was going to do this live, but I figured I'll just record it real quick. Two big updates, like I said. So we're going to talk about that HEROES Act, the next phase of the coronavirus stimulus package that the Democrats are really pushing at the moment. But first I wanted to let you know that yes, all 10 of the Second Amendment cases before the United States Supreme Court will be heard this week in conference. Now, I'm looking at their schedule right now on their website, on the supremecourt.gov, and even on their schedule it says that the next conference day is Thursday, the 14th. However, in what they have posted on each case, it does say that they will be heard Friday, the 15th. Not heard, but conferenced. They're not hearing the cases. They're going to decide, hopefully, this time, if they're going to actually decide to hear the case, which is a writ of certiorari, or kick them down the line again, or deny them. And I just want everybody to know that, don't get too upset about it if they punt it again, because they probably will. But keep in mind that the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association case that just got denied for mootness took them three sessions of conference before they decided to take that up. So it's not uncommon. I know we all want it because there are some cases here that could really, right the ship a little bit, bring it back towards center. It'll still be very left, don't get me wrong. But that is good news. As far as I'm concerned, all 10 cases will be in conference this week. And you know where to find the results, if they decide to take it or not, right here on the channel. I must be getting suppressed by YouTube because I've seen my numbers drop as far as views. So please help this get out. Please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon and toggle it to all notifications so that when I do put stuff out, it will notify you, hopefully, via email, because it looks like YouTube is trying to keep Jared quiet right now. So that's number one. The second thing is I put out a message earlier on my social media that I was looking into the HEROES Act of 2020 that Nancy Pelosi just literally talked about on her balcony. I got an early copy of it, and I started ripping through it, and I know an attorney or two right now that are ripping through it as well, but there are 1,815 pages, 1,815 pages in this bill. That usually tells you that there's some bad stuff in there, all right? Why does a bill need to be 1,800 pages long, and why are they rushing to pass it before people get a chance to read it? I will tell you a couple things. I did take some notes. Now I'm going to tell you that I didn't go through all 1,815 pages yet. Because if you've ever tried that, I would rather watch paint dry while watching golf, while counting bricks and counting grains of sand. All right, it's boring is what I'm getting at. I'll continue to skim through it. Like I said, I know a couple constitutional lawyers who are ripping through it as I'm recording this right now. So I'm sure if things change, they will tell me. But I'm looking to see if there's any gun control, right? We heard that they were going to try to set it in, force it into the last stimulus bill that came by. But this is some highlights of this bill. The HEROES Act of 2020 is a $3 trillion stimulus package that Pelosi and the Democrats want. It authorizes the U.S. Mint to mint 3 titanium $1 trillion coins. This is how they're going to create the money for that. So we don't even have the money. We're going to borrow more money that we don't have. And the House wants to vote on this Friday. Okay, so keep that in mind. They're trying to rush this through Friday. Today's Tuesday. So I don't know about you, but I don't know if you can read 1,815 pages of a bill like nonstop. It'll take you a couple days to a week. It's like a really big book. So some of the things in here, it makes room for another $1,200 payment to individuals. It'll also have the children version, which was $500 last time. That'll be $1,200 as well if this goes through, up to $6,000 per household. It will then this will be done via for those people who didn't have like direct deposit. It'll be done via a debit card that you can use for purchases or at ATMs for withdrawal. You can withdraw cash, stuff like that, which just kind of caused trouble already. And then this would theoretically re-up $1,000 per month on that card or in your direct deposit until the coronavirus ends. And there was I forgot off the top of my head, but there was a period after it ended. It was a couple, some months after it ended. $175 billion for housing assistance to help pay for rents and mortgages. Not just, don't let people go back to work. Let's just try to buy them. Another $75 billion for more COVID testing. $1 trillion would go to states, cities, and tribal governments to avoid layoffs. $200 billion in hazard pay for essential workers. It would extend the $600 a week bump, the boost to the unemployment benefits, and they would carry that through January of 2021. There'd be a 15% increase in food stamps. Would help also helps the people pay employer-backed health insurance coverage. Businesses would be eligible for an employee retention tax credit if they actually kept people. And like I said, they want to rush this through like lickety-split. There would be another $3.6 billion to help local officials prepare for challenges of holding elections during the pandemic. We're going to come back to that because that's the problem right there. That could be the problem. Another $10 billion to boost the payroll protection program. That's the grant program and the funding for businesses that would have another $10 billion put into the till. And they would also, this is another big caveat. This is why Mitch McConnell in the Senate said they don't want to take this up right away. Before I jump into this, Mitch McConnell wants to wait. In his words, the quote I saw literally minutes ago was, there's no need to rush into this until we actually distance ourselves from the last stimulus package to see how things are playing out. Pelosi jumped in right away and said, oh no, the starvation's real and this needs to be big. And Schumer said this needs to be big and bold. And there's reasons that they want to rush this through. Trust me when I tell you that. But Mitch McConnell said that the Senate won't even think about voting on it until after the Memorial Day break. As you know, Memorial Day is the 25th of this month, and they come back June 1st after that break. So it's and they go on break after this Friday here, after this week. So this is the local officials preparing for challenges and holding elections is a big issue, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But the second big one is that there's a clause in here that looks to provide 3 months of guaranteed paychecks for those people making less than $100,000 a year. But we're literally, like, some of the states are opening and people are getting back to work. So that's an issue. Also hidden in this package is a bill from some time ago that I talked about. It's related to the collection of hate crime data. So again, I have to keep perusing through this, but as of right now, and I've heard this from another source that I trust, right now there is no overt gun control in this bill package. However, I mentioned the help for officials preparing for challenges and holding elections. If they move toward mail-in voting, that absolutely will stack the deck. You will have a Democrat president in November, and you can guarantee the gun control will come through because that's what they want. That's a very dangerous part right there. Okay, there are a whole bunch of other things that just the amount of money they're throwing around is just insane. We don't have the money, but they're going to try to push this through in the House on Friday, and it's a Pelosi-backed bill, so it's going to pass the House. No problems at all. It's a Democrat-controlled body. The Senate says, hold on, we need to see how the previous package did first before we jump into another $3 trillion of debt. And no word out of Trump's office yet on how he feels about it, but he is meeting with leaders from both chamber within the last half hour. He went into a meeting with them. So again, 1,815 pages, a lot. It's a lot to go through. I'm going to keep going through it. I need a break because my hearing has gone again. My this ear infection. I have an inner and an outer ear infection right now. I really can't hear jack. But so this hurts, and I'm going to also be live on the Gaming with Gun Tubers again on the TGC Surplus podcast channel on YouTube tonight. So check that out, 8 o'clock Eastern. Come say hi to us. But I will stay on this, and like I said, I have 2 attorneys that I know that are digging through this as we speak. And if they report something that I obviously missed or haven't gotten to, I will come back and let you know about it. because the more informed we are, the better off we are. And this is a growing family that I need to get the information out to because it affects all of us. So you'll see it here. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and if you found this video helpful or informative in any way, hit that thumbs up button, please, and share it with some of your friends. Again, the numbers have dropped on this channel. It's either I have just gone off the deep end and I suck, and the channel is terrible. If so, let me know. Or the alternative is YouTube is throttling us again, and I hope that's it. I mean, I hope I don't suck. Please, let me know. Back to your day. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you all way more than you know. Stay tuned here, because if there's anything more, I will have it. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, take it easy.